Hey guys, welcome to the channel and another video. Today I'm going to be watching The Game by David Fincher, starring Michael Douglas and I believe Sean Penn too. I'm a huge David Fincher fan, as you know, and I have watched a lot of his movies, including Seven, Fight Club, The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, and Gone Girl of the channel. On the channel, I think I reviewed two of his films too, Zodiac, which was fantastic, and also Alien 3, a film that he disowned later in life. I don't think it was as bad as people made it out to be. Please check out both the reviews on the channel. I'll leave a link up there somewhere. About The Game, I've definitely heard of the movie. I believe it's an action thriller with elements of sci-fi, if I'm not mistaken. It wasn't super successful when it first came out, but the movie has kind of a cult following, as I understand it, like a lot of other Fincher films. That's all I know to expect though. But before we get into it, to help support the channel, I have a Patreon page for full length reviews and reactions to this movie and over 250 movies, 2 TV shows, early access and weekly polls for what to watch next. You'll need your own copy to watch along, and the links in the description below. Please consider being a patron, please subscribe to the channel, click that bell icon for instant notifications. Do check out my other videos. Like if you liked this video, feel free to dislike it if you didn't. With all that being said, let's get started. The Game, Fincher, Douglas, Penn. Let's go. Man, it's good to be back. We've got puzzle pieces, The Game. So it is kind of like a mystery movie. Flashback. Huh. Okay, that's a father and a son. Oh, that's a visual story right there. He's standing alone while his father's walking away. It shows there's an emotional gap between father and son. Looks like he's married and successful. Yep, he's doing well. That is one beautiful house. Michael Douglas is the protagonist. Is Sean Penn's character the antagonist? Is he the bad guy?
Invitations. The museum gala.
No.
The Fitzwilliam Botanical Annual Fundraiser.
No.
He's an important person.
I have an Elizabeth on line 3.
Your ex-wife?
Oh, ex-wife. He's not married anymore.
A gentleman called requesting to have lunch with you. I tried to assure him that you were very busy.
What's his name?
A Mr. Seymour Butts.
Cancel my lunch, make a reservation at the City Club for myself and Mr. Butts, my usual table.
Alright, he knows who this Mr. Butts is.
Conrad, what a surprise.
Miss me? How long has it been since Mom's funeral? 2-3 years.
They're brothers.
It's illegal to smoke in restaurants in California.
Fuck California.
So what brings you to town, Conrad? Everything all right?
This is for you.
You should have.
CRS.
Consumer Recreation Services.
Is this The Game?
It's an entertainment service.
An escort service?
A profound life experience.
You still on medication?
Why would you say that? I think you'll like this. I did. That was the best thing that ever happened to me.
Happy birthday to you.
Yeah, he's not the type of guy intentionally be the center of attention. David Fincher has a very unique cinematography style. He favors very static camera work over handheld stuff, which I am a fan of. Huh. Really goes to show how isolated this character is.
Elizabeth, good evening.
Happy birthday, Nikki.
11:40.
How are you?
Connie asked me the same thing today.
Connie, really? I just thought this might be difficult for
Just
you.
another birthday.
Because of your father.
That's right, he was 48, wasn't he? I hadn't really thought about it until
Oh,
now.
his father passed away at the same age.
Why do I call?
That's the big deal.
The bill which attaches a small
CRS,
business health
baby.
plans to those of larger
He has nothing
corporations.
in his life. Oh. He watched his father jump off the roof at that age. Okay, that gives the character a lot of depth. But we're finally here. Consumer Recreation Services.
You mind holding that?
very much.
I love Douglas's facial expressions.
Need to fill out these forms. There's an application and a couple of psych tests there, the MNPI and the PAP.
Psych tests?
Oh, for the financial questionnaire?
I feel guilty when I masturbate.
Well, I don't write the questions. I just review the answers.
No, what is this for?
Good
What
question.
are you selling?
We provide whatever's lacking.
That's so vague.
Take the silly test, fill out the stupid forms. One day your game begins. You either love it or hate it. Decide then.
Again, I'm a big fan of how Fincher frames each of his actors.
Confused? Risky? Whoops.
Has the game already started?
It's dependent on your satisfaction.
Does that mean if I'm not happy, he doesn't have to pay?
That's never happened. We've never had an unsatisfied customer.
I think you mean dissatisfied.
That's right, your left brain word finishes. Initials, initials, and sign there.
Well, when I did it in London, they'd been around a while. Are you gonna do this?
No, I haven't decided yet.
The game in San
Other
Francisco.
people are talking about it.
See, you're doing fine with that anyway.
The fact that other people talked about it piqued his interest, and that gives us more insight into his character. He values stuff that other people value.
What is it?
What is it? The eternal question. I wish I could go back and do it for the first time, all over again.
Even the participants are vague.
Sounds like a lot of fantasy role-playing nonsense.
I can imagine the frustration because I feel it too. What is it, man? Give me a straight answer.
Who is this?
This is Cynthia from CRS.
How'd you get this number?
We finished processing your application.
Look, I'm in a meeting right now.
I'm afraid it was rejected.
Oh, it was rejected?
Things are a little crazy right now. I don't really know if I can fit it in my schedule. We'll go talk about it.
What an ego. Instead of saying he got rejected, he's like, nah, I don't have time for it. Or not? Oh, it's a clown doll? It also makes me think that he wasn't rejected and the game already started. Who else would know about the clowns?
But what does that matter to a bloated millionaire fat cat like you? In other financial news, stock markets rose both domestically and abroad today. Are you going to spend the rest of the evening prying at that clown's mouth?
Dude, this is so creepy.
How do you can see me?
Let's save the questions till afterwards.
They bugged his house?
Mr. Van Orton,
And in domestic news, in Southern California,
Yes, Eel, so what is it?
is everything all right?
Fine.
Not a big fan of clowns, by the way. Great score, by the way, again. And also, Fincher is doing a great job in creating an atmosphere of paranoia. You don't know what's real and what's not. Well, at least he's listening to their advice. He's keeping his eyes open.
I need some toilet paper. I ran out. Come on, help me out. Hello? Hello?
You promised to meet the projections and some $1.60 a share is what you said. I don't think this visit comes as a surprise.
You intractable son of a bitch.
Because you went fishing with my father, I should sit on my hands while you're throwing my money away?
I was
I'm not finished.
Yikes, he can't control his anger.
Christine, Mr. Van Orton is a valued customer.
And then you kiss his ass.
Was that a part of the game? Even I'm paranoid now. I think that's what Fincher wants, right? To keep the audience in suspense.
I received this note.
What are you babbling about, Psycho?
Alright, a lot of weird stuff is happening.
What's with him?
I don't know. He
Sir?
fell down.
Can you hear me?
How do we know he's real?
What a stupid question. But I can see his perspective.
You have to fill these forms out.
I don't know this man.
Here, what do you need?
Ride with your wife and we'll meet at the hospital.
The hospital?
2 blocks away.
She's not my wife.
She is important to the plot. Don't let her get away. Power's gone from the entire hospital? How powerful is this CRS company? Jesus.
Oh, no, you've got to be kidding. Why are they involving you?
Maybe she is part of the game.
How do you know that's the way?
I don't.
So this isn't a real hospital, or where is everyone?
Where'd y'all go, you motherfucking frat boys?
Yeah. It is CRS.
I got the key out of this, out of the mouth of this
clown.
clown.
Again, David Fincher is doing an excellent job with the lighting as well, especially the low light stuff.
I'm not wearing any underwear.
Damn it, my briefcase! This is CRS.
What's CRS?
This is the company I was telling you about, the one that gave me the gift certificate.
So the hospital wasn't real. Why are they running? I mean, he's a client, right?
Why me?
Because you called them, my man. You didn't have to call CRS. They could have just asked for help from the employees, but who knows if they're a part of the game.
You know, you've never even asked me my name.
Good question.
Christine.
All right. Actually, would you mind if I just quickly rinsed off?
No?
Someone gave me $400 to spill drinks on you as a practical joke.
Really?
Oh, CRS.
And the Hotel Nico called to say they have your American Express card at the front desk. You left it there last night?
It's been 55 minutes, and we still haven't got any real answers.
Do you want to get a key?
To the room?
Didn't I give you one last night?
No, I don't think so.
Dude, the place is trashed. Wait, was that Christine? Are they trying to set him up or something? And now he's leaving his DNA everywhere. Oh no! I thought Sean Penn would be starring in the film, but it seems like the movie is singularly focused on Michael Douglas's character. Where does Fincher take the story from here?
Why are you following me?
What are you talking about?
I suppose the game uses real bullets, huh?
I'm a private investigator. Somebody hired me to keep tabs on you. Who?
Well, CRS, obviously.
You can have pictures of me wearing nipple rings. Only thing they care about is the stock! And whether that stock is up or down!
I signed the termination contract for Babe.
Oh?
I accepted your settlement, Nicholas.
So he has no idea what's happening again.
What is this?
It's a... What's...
Dude! Vanishing ink! It does look like Christine because we've seen her in that.
United Taxi Company.
United Taxi Company. Call United, find out who the driver was, and...
That'll come into play later. And now he's paranoid enough to be carrying a weapon, right? So things are serious. Oh man, that jump scare worked on me. I believe I've heard footsteps. The sound design is also excellent. Very subtle. I love this song. When logic and promotion. Like my father before me, I chose. And the song is so appropriate to the film.
Are you sure there's not still someone somewhere in the house?
Dude, it's Conrad. Well, at least Sean Penn's finally back.
If I can't trust the room service in the hotel, I sure as hell can't trust the fucking car. Who? CRS, who do you think? And just when you think it's all over, that's when the real fucking starts. All right, calm down. Just take a breath.
That's relatable.
I paid the bill. I gave them their fucking money.
Holy crap, so many keys.
You're with them. What? You're doing this, you're part of it.
Oh no.
In your fucking car, Conrad! not you. I'll never be you. I don't want to be you.
There you go.
I don't know whether Conrad's really playing him, but Conrad really hit the nail on the coffin. He's a control freak. Although, I'm not super suspicious because he did ask Conrad about his medication and whether he's been taking it, so I'm a little confused.
Did I have a choice? Did I have a choice?
I don't trust this taxi driver.
2210 Broadway.
Something about to happen.
You missed the turn back.
CRS!
No, stop the car!
Oh my goodness. Dude, that's actually attempted murder. If he doesn't get out, he can die right here, right now.
It's a game.
You're underwater, my friend. It's not a game anymore. The handle thing did come into play. So they did plan it, right? So they did give him an escape route. But what if he didn't think about it? The CRS office is empty. They just up and left. And now they're trying to convince him that CRS doesn't even exist.
Attempted murder.
Attempted murder.
Except you said you hired these guys.
That's irrelevant.
So far, we don't have motive.
That's a good point, right? Like, why are they doing it?
What happened? No. Nobody expected it.
I wonder how much of him there is in me.
A lot. Cable repair specialists, CRS, they're already here. I'm sure they've been following him every step of the way so far.
Where'd you get them?
My hotel room.
What makes you,
How about a straightforward answer, lady?
think this is me?
I bet this film has a lot of rewatchability power because I'm sure there are a lot of clues that I've probably missed. Dude, it's a new lamp. No running water. Dude, now I'm thinking... The entire apartment looks like a facade.
Who do you think you are? Come on out of there!
Nicholas, please.
Let's go right now. Come on, let's come out of there right now.
Dude, it's a cleaning crew. Are they here to kill him? Those are real bullets.
What is this? Wake up, it's a fucking con.
She just called it a con. So what are they stealing?
You don't have a choice. No one else is going to tell you what's going on.
That could stop it. No one else is going to tell you what's going on.
I mean, it wasn't his fault. I guess he thought it was his only way out. He checked your accounts. He took their test, handwriting, voice samples, psych info. They used it all to figure out your passwords.
They have been stealing his money.
Live, dead's the same. As long as you disappear.
Right. They make you seem crazy, and then they take your money.
690 D as in David. They're trying to kill me. Now you call the cops.
She is sleeping. She's letting her guard down. Is it to gain his trust, or is she actually too deep in it? And she also wants to get out. We don't know. I guess we'll have to wait to find out.
It's just money. You should be glad you're alive.
I'd rather not talk about it right now. This is $600 million.
$600 million.
Nothing's been touched.
What are you talking about? I checked on them myself.
And he gave him...
I made the calls.
Nothing's changed.
Oh no, he gave them the account numbers and everything.
He's in on it.
I don't know what the hell is happening, but
That's
stay
also a
where you
possibility.
are until I get
Sutherland's in on it.
Man, they're playing him so well. Oh man, she drugged him. She drugged him.
What do you mean?
2 sugars. I knew it. I didn't know it, but I strongly suspected she was playing a double agent. Yeah.
We have it now, so we're done.
Just voluntarily gave all that information up. We have a fadeaway transition. So some time has passed. In a graveyard? Is he even in America? I think his character just changed. I think he's finally angry and wants revenge. All this time he was paranoid and scared, for lack of a better term, and now he's lost his money. He's at the bottom, and the only place he can go now is up, hopefully.
I was on holiday alone.
In what hotel were you staying?
Oh no.
I don't remember.
They wouldn't believe him. I think he sold his father's watch. I think it's implied because he'd have no money otherwise, right?
Anybody here going to San Francisco? I need a ride.
Oh, wow. And also a nice transition from that road to this gate. He's beyond caring right now.
There were some complaints by other guests. Damage to his room. We did the best we could to accommodate his behavior.
Elizabeth, I need to borrow your car.
His ex-wife.
You know that you're the only person that I can trust. I understand why you left me.
Oh.
And I know that I resented it.
Character growth. He's changing.
The onset of a migraine headache. If this sounds all too familiar.
That's the guy from CRS. So he's going to try and track down this actor now. Because that's literally the only connection he has with CRS.
I got my kids.
Get rid of him.
Yeah, he's not messing around.
It was just a job. Nothing personal. They own the whole building. They just move from floor to floor.
And you work for them, right? Right now, I am extremely dangerous.
I believe you, Michael Douglas. Fantastic performance. I'm really loving this film so far. I don't have any real criticisms.
What are you gonna do anyway? You won't get your money back.
I don't care about money.
You're not allowed to be here.
They call me back. I got a fitting.
He's with me.
The tension's really peaking, and I can feel like we're close to the climax. Dude, so many employees. And they're all dressed differently. They're all actors, I'm guessing. Christine.
What are you doing here?
You're gonna come with me.
They're just shooting discriminately? Are those even real bullets, is the question.
Get on that radio, all right? You get your boss up here. You tell him I'm gonna shoot somebody.
Oh my God, call Nicholas. They won't do it.
Yes, they will.
That's not an automatic.
The fuck are you talking about? What?
Guard had an automatic. Where'd you get the gun?
This is my gun.
Oh, it was inside that book.
Nicholas, it's fake. It's part of your game.
Don't you start with me
listen
now!
to me.
Don't you
So that's a
fucking
real
start
gun?
You're
with
the
me!
truth now. This is all the game.
And she's freaking out.
Mr. Fisher, he's on the other side of that door. He's an actor.
You try.
Please, God damn it, Conrad! Conrad's there. It's your birthday party.
You stop lying!
I don't know what to believe anymore. I'm just scared.
He's got a gun. Get back from the door.
Dude, it's Conrad. She was telling the truth?
You shot him.
He's dead.
What a twist.
How'd you let this get so out
He wouldn't listen to me.
No.
Oh, God.
Nicholas!
Just like his father.
Got her. He's in the back. We have him here. He came in right out.
Holy. The entire thing was a setup. The entire thing was a setup. I thought the previous scene was the twist. No. This is the twist.
Happy birthday, Nikki.
I was drugged and left for dead in Mexico, and oh God, what's the stupid dish?
It's your birthday present.
You liked it? You enjoyed the present, Nicholas?
I had to do something. You're becoming such an asshole.
Wow. Literally broke him down. That was the point of this whole exercise?
Ladies and gentlemen, my brother, Nicholas Van Orton.
Jeez, what a script. The writing, directing, cinematography, and music, they've been the best parts of the film.
Thank God you jumped, because if you didn't, I was supposed to throw you off.
Thanks.
I mean, look at the character change. From arrogant all the way to humble.
Yes, and I want you to know that what happened was something. Please. You want to split it?
Oh, God, yes, please. I'll take you up on that.
Oh my God.
Oh man, we don't get to see? I'm guessing at least a couple of $1,000,000, judging by the number of people, props. Still hasn't changed the shirt.
You know, I never did ask you your name, did I?
No. It's Claire. Would you like to have a coffee with me at the airport?
White Rabbit. What a perfect song for the ending. Will he go down the rabbit hole once again? Oh, David Fincher, my man. What a film. That was great. Music by Howard Shore. No wonder. He did the music for the Lord of the Rings film, so no wonder I liked his music here. This song just keeps going up and up and up until it peaks. Okay, I took some time to collect my thoughts. First off, that was an excellently made film that dealt with one man who had power and control and what happened when he started losing it. It kind of reminded me of a darker version of The Truman Show, starring Jim Carrey, one of my favorite Jim Carrey films, where everything is a lie and the entire world is a setup for the protagonist. There are definitely some parallels there. The main highlights of the film for me were the script, the directing from Fincher, Michael Douglas's performance, the score, and the cinematography. I didn't have any real negatives here. If I were to really nitpick, I would say that the first act and a half, maybe the first hour, we didn't get any real answers, only layers upon layers of mystery and more questions. Some might think that it was a bit much, but personally, I wouldn't go that far. Let's start with the directing by David Fincher and the script by John Brancato and Michael Ferris. Before we get to the directing, I wanted to compliment the script and the writers. The way that this mystery unfolded, it was brilliantly written and structured. The parallels between Nicholas and his father, it was a perfect way to frame his character, and when Nicholas's character grows and evolves by the end, becomes more empathetic, you can actually contrast his character with his father's. They were similar in some ways, but Nicholas's personal experiences changed him to make him a better person. The real twist in the movie came in the final act, though. I really thought the film would have ended with Conrad, the brother, being shot and Nicholas ending his own life just like his father. But nope, Fincher takes it one step further and shows that the entire thing was staged. Every single person was in on it. The final twist here was just so perfect. I honestly did not see it coming. The lengths this company, CRS, went to stage this game was crazy. I guess that was the most unrealistic aspect of the movie. It was way too elaborate for anything to be real, if that makes any sense. Another way to look at it is that too many things had to go right for the movie to happen. I'm not saying that in a bad way, because the movie works and it did have its intended effect, right? Sometimes overly complex scripts don't work and feel confusing. But whereas this film did feel confusing at times, I have to admit it was masterfully curated. It was intentional from David Fincher. His directing here was very subtle, and I guess he used a lot of close-up shots with shallow lenses to focus on these actors' performances. The camera work here was just superb. And it really felt like an extension of Fincher's directing. A director who always relied on static shots or panning shots, the camera being very steady. I thought he did a very good job in bringing the performances out of his actors, in bringing these characters to life, because even during the frantic parts, he didn't use the shaky cam. I'm sorry, I'm not the biggest fan of shaky cam. Shout out to Zack Snyder. Anyways, that's a whole other Zack Snyder story. He didn't have to use shaky cam to show that the character was in a frantic mood. He just used Douglas's performance here, which was great. The camera work and the cinematography felt distinctively Fincher-like, for lack of a better term, and I have to look up who the cinematography here was because I'm almost certain that he worked with Fincher before. Let's talk a little about Michael Douglas's performance because it was top-notch. He portrayed a confident and arrogant person to somebody who was completely broken. But the real genius of his acting here was the slow transition from one state to another. Although I wouldn't say that this was Douglas's best performance I've seen, it probably has to rank up there among his best. I also thought that Sean Penn would have a bigger role here. He was great, no complaints. But I have to question or wonder whether he was a little underutilized. He only had 3 scenes in the entire film, gifting the game, getting paranoid, and running away in the second act, and during the reveal at the end. The good news is here that the script was so good and engaging that I almost forgot about him. I was so invested in Nicholas's character. Finally, the score and sound design, they were also exceptional. From the credits, I saw that the score was done by Howard Shore. And that dude is a legend. He did the score for The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit films, among probably dozens of others. Those soundtracks with The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings, they sounded epic, but the music here was completely different. It was subdued and mysterious with all the piano work. Shore really tailored the score to the film perfectly, and the score itself was complemented with excellent sound design and Foley work too. Like I mentioned before, I don't think I have any real criticisms. The story was very layered, and it took the writers and director quite some time to set everything up. Some might say that the first act and a half was a little too long, but honestly, when the film really got rolling, I was glued to the screen all the way till the end. Overall, the game has to be one of David Fincher's most underrated films. I finally understand why this film didn't have success when it first came out. It was clearly ahead of its time, and why it has such a strong cult following today. This was a fantastic thriller, and I had no idea where the story was going at any given point, all the way till the end. It was a real mind bender, and it had me at the edge of my seat, feeling paranoid the entire time. From the directing, writing, and score to the great performance from Michael Douglas and the rest of the cast, I highly, highly recommend this film if you want to question everything and everyone in your life. Anyways, thank you for watching. I have a Patreon page. Please consider being a patron. Please subscribe to the channel. Click that bell icon for instant notifications. Do check out my other videos. Like if you like this video. Feel free to dislike it if you didn't. I will see you in the next one. Bye.